Hello? Hello? Jason Akers here, Green Akers Pest Control. Doing things a little different tonight. Changing my music around on everybody. Making it sound different a little bit. Hope everybody's doing okay. Thursday, time to talk about bugs. I got coffee. Already on TikTok. I always start TikTok early anyway. That way I don't have to fiddle with it while I'm trying to get my YouTube going. So, the kids are still awake. If you're on Discord, I just mentioned that might be able to hear Charlie, because Charlie is 3, and he's decided that he's his own man, and he's not going to go to bed whether I tell him to or not, and that he is just going to be loud and obnoxious even if I try to get him into bed. So normally I have already put the kids to bed. It is 9:20 almost, and normally they're in bed by now, but sometimes you just have to pick your battles, let the kids stay up. So he's probably going to start singing or something upstairs. I already went up, hugged them, gave them kisses and everything, said, they're probably going to be in bed by the time I'm done with my live stream, but that's just the way it's going to be tonight. So you might hear some hollering, you might hear some screaming when Charlie has to go to bed, when he realizes he's just not going to be able to stay up all night long. But, that's kids. So how about dealing with such a bad roach infestation that they get inside the fridge? I hate it so much. The exterminator on Friday used temperate mixed with another chemical that inhibits growth. I think he explained. I don't remember the name. I can't connect until later. So that's one of my Discord people, Nancy. She's probably going to be upset that I'm going to answer her question and she's not going to see the answer. But it's really bad cockroach infestations are usually like the most fun. You go in and you chase them out everywhere, and they're crawling all across the ceiling, and they're falling in the floor, and they're raining all over everything. It sounds like, as far as an initial treatment, the exterminator did a good job. He used temperate with a growth IGR, which is typical of an initial treatment. So it sounds like that's a normal clean out service. But just so you know, for cockroaches, usually one treatment is not enough to kill a German cockroach infestation if you have a German cockroach problem. German cockroaches are something that they have high resistance to pesticides. They also have eggs that they like to hide in the wall, in appliances. Like she's saying that they're getting into the refrigerator and stuff like that. That's completely normal. Roaches actually like to lay their eggs in and around the compressor motor where it's warm, and so that the eggs will hatch there, actually will hatch quicker than 28 days, which is the typical hatch cycle of German cockroach eggs. If you treat an initial treatment for cockroaches, usually it takes about a month before those eggs hatch. So it typically takes 2 to 3 months to get a complete control of a German cockroach infestation. Like I said, if roach eggs are already laid in the wall, they're already in there, then there's not really a lot you could do but wait until they come out and die. And they will eventually, but it's a waiting game. What are your thoughts? Oh, hey Patrick. What are your thoughts regarding Termidor and Boracare for termite control in Southern California? Many exterminators have told me that Boracare is the best due to requiring just one treatment. Boracare is okay. The problem with Boracare is it's a sodium borate. So the problem with Southern California is, let's go over geographical first, because Southern California, you're going to have subterranean termites and you're going to have drywood termites, both. And the problem is where the subterranean termites can be eliminated with the Termidor, actually Boracare as well. The problem is that drywood termites come in through the side of the building, so they don't come from underground like subterranean termites do, and they can come in and start eating up the wall and not actually come from the ground. And so that's an issue with drywood termites, is they basically are like carpenter ants that just work really fast. They work a lot faster than carpenter ants. They do a lot more damage a lot quicker. And so typically the way that you eliminate those is you either poison the wood, like with Boracare, but all of the wood would need to be treated, when you're building the house. It's one of those things where you would do a pre-treat and the wood itself would get treated. And then when you seal it up in the wall, the borer care will last forever, and so the termites can't actually eat the wood. If they try to eat through the surface of the wood, it will kill them, because borer care is a sodium borate like boric acid, and so they have to eat it to die, and because you've soaked the wood with it, it will kill them. The problem with that is actual, treated lumber. Using treated lumber for every wall stud, floor joist, I mean, it's absolutely possible. But the problem with treated lumber, if you're not going to treat it yourself, like I said with boric care, and you're just buying treated lumber from the lumber yard, what they do is all of the pieces aren't uniformly treated together. So it would be great if that were the truth, but it's not. You get pieces that are half treated, maybe the only exterior is treated, or maybe only half of a board is treated, and so it's not very effective. But if you treat each individual board yourself and then put the house together, but you're going to have to get it under roof really quickly, because any rain that washes over the sodium borate treatment is going to wash it away. So you have to get it under roof. You can't just treat the wall and expect it to kill the termites, even if it's still raining outside. It's going to wash the sodium borates away. It's going to wash them off the wood. But as long as the wood stays dry, gets sealed in the wall, where nothing can get to it, especially water, like rainwater and flood, stuff like that, then you're going to have a good treatment. Boric care is actually a really good chemical for that I would use in Southern California if I lived there. Now, in Virginia, we have eastern subterranean termites. That's the only kind I ever deal with. We don't really have Formosan here, and we don't have drywood termites either. And so I just deal with eastern subs. And so my typical go-to chemical is Termidor, Taurus, something like that. Fipronil-based chemicals are really the best pesticides out there right now for termites, subterranean that is. They absolutely work the best. That's what I recommend. I don't do bait stations because bait stations are crap, which I've got a video on that on my YouTube. It's actually probably one of my most watched videos. If you go to, let's see, let's go here. If we go to my videos, and well, it's not actually my top popular video, but if we go over one, I thought it was, but evidently it's, oh, there it is. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is number 7 on the list of my, it's got like 91,000 views. Termite bait stations and why they don't work. It's a scam video explaining why they don't work. So, anyway, what kind is in Indiana? Probably eastern subterranean termites. Mostly north of the Mason-Dixon line, you're going to have problems with eastern subs. I've used Termidor HE. I've also used Taurus. I see no difference at all in longevity. I get about 16 years no matter which one I use. I've used Termidor HE, and 16 years later, I had to retreat the house. I've had Taurus the same way. So, ever since Taurus has been out. Oh, can you hear Charlie? You probably can over the baby monitor. You probably can hear him, because I do have a baby monitor up there where I can hear him. He's pretty funny. Let's see, there was a question that came in. I think it's in my email, which I think is on my other phone. Let me see if I can bring that up. Hotmail. Is it that one? I don't know. Let me see. Might be a business email. I had an email coming out. I wanted to address it online. There it is. It was my business email. All right. All right, so I'm not going to use a name because I've been asked not to. So the question is, well, let me read it to you. So this came in through my Patreon, which I do have a Patreon. I don't talk about it. It's on the link right there on my screen, Green Acres PC. I don't really promote myself that much, but I do have one. And so this came one of my patrons. And it says, thank you for sharing so much helpful information through YouTube. I listened to several of your videos last month and have so far done one treatment of Alpine WSG for an ant problem with great results. I know you have your next live show coming up, and I'm wondering if you could address a question. Please don't mention my name, which I'm not. I mixed one of the 10 gram packets in 1 gallon of water, that's the viable solution for Alpine Hey, Rory. Come here for a minute. I told you he was going to cry, didn't I? Hey, can you turn that intercom off for right now?
Yeah.
I don't have to. So everybody doesn't have to hear Charlie. I mixed 1/10. So basically, he used 1 gallon of finished solution of Alpine to kill ants. And what he's saying is he had a lot left over. Practically the whole tank was left over, which is typical with Alpine WSG or any pesticide for general use. He says it's a 1,000 square foot apartment, so it's not a real big apartment. And he's asking what to do with leftover chemical. I get this a lot on my channel. And you could usually take it if you're not going to use it, then you can take it to a hazardous waste disposal place, somewhere you can take your pesticides to. They do pesticide disposal in Virginia. I'm not sure, state to state how they set it up, but I know in Virginia they will come out. You typically take your pesticides to a special place if you have any left over. It's what I would do with my jugs and stuff, ones that couldn't be triple rinsed and thrown away. I take them to those. But and he asked if it were possible to reuse it, if he kept it and then used it again next month. It's a touchy subject. Some pesticides you can do that with. Some pesticides are more stable in water than others. The label sometimes will be specific, sometimes it will not. Like with Crossfire for bedbugs, it's specific on the label, and it says you want to mix it within 24 hours it needs to be used. All right, that's what it says on the label of Crossfire. And the reason it says that is because Crossfire congeals, separates, and actually does not stay suspended in water. A guy actually called me the other day, and he asked if I could mention on my lives or in another video. I have videos where I mix Crossfire. I show how to mix the chemical. In fact, if you go here and you scroll down, actually you just go and you hit that subscribe button up there right there, but you could click here and you'll mix Crossfire. Alright, so there's my video on how to mix Crossfire right here. Alright, it shows how to mix it. I also have a short where it shows you just a little quick snippet. Oh, it's going to be an ad. I don't like those. Alright, so you go through, goes over Crossfire, and there you go. See, talks about how I mix it with warm water and everything, and you mix it, put it in, and all. But the thing about Crossfire that you need to know is that I'm not setting up my stream, wrong camera, is that it does not stay suspended. A lot of chemicals will actually separate out of the water. So this guy actually gave me the example of sugar water. If you take a little teaspoon of sugar and you mix it up in your water and you stir it around, tomorrow if you drink it, it still tastes sweet. Crossfire won't do that. Crossfire actually separates out of the water. It leaves the water on top and the Crossfire on the bottom. Some chemicals stay suspended, some chemicals don't. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to mixing your chemicals, you want to try to mix a little bit and use it. Alright, ants are 10, I think it is 10 grams. I don't want to say. Alpine WSG label. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick because I don't want to be telling you something that isn't true. Let's see. Ants, yep, ants is 10 grams. So that kind of sucks. Because the problem with the 10 gram packet is, like with cockroaches, it's anywhere from 10 to 30 grams. And so typically I use maximum strength for cockroaches because that's just how I kill cockroaches. And if you're only mixing a third of a tank, you can do 10 grams in a third of a tank, because you take 30 and you divide it by 3, you have 10. So you could do a third of a tank, third of a gallon of water with 10 grams of Alpine. That's really easy. So you can only mix what you're going to use. But the problem is that it takes 10 grams to mix 1 gallon of Alpine for ants. All right. So you have a whole gallon left over. What do you do with it? Treat the outside. You can treat the outside of your house with it. You could treat any bees and stuff you've got with it. you could use it that way. You could use as much of it as you can. And, I have had people tell me they've saved it and it works. I'm not going to say that because I don't want you to, take my advice and then it not work. So, typically you have to get rid of it, discard of it, and take it to, like I said, a waste disposal place somewhere like that where they'll discard your pesticides. So I just wanted to, try to address that question the best I could. I know I kind of rambled a little bit there. But do you plug in pest repellent? Do plug-in pest repellents work for bed bugs? Plug-in pest repellents work for nothing. They work for nothing at all. Patrick, before I got smart and used Crossfire, I tried interceptors and traps, baits, useless. You're right. That's correct. But no, the pest repellents don't work at all. They're crap. Actually, funny story. I went into a house not very long ago. Actually, it was just about a month ago, and I was treating for German cockroaches. And I pulled one of those little pest things off the wall to show my son, and I turned it upside down. It was full of cockroaches. It was all crawling up inside it and everything. So, yeah, they don't work really for anything. I had a picture of one on my phone a while back. My problem is I don't sort my pictures. I've got like 15,000 pictures on my phone, and I don't sort them by like family and bugs and stuff. I do have I have all of my bed bug course and all of my cockroach course separated, but everything else is like kind of just up in there, and I have to search through it. I have to go like this, like so you grab your phone and you're like that until you find the one, or you might skim past it and then you got to go back down, you got to find it. That's how my phone is. So, but I've got a picture of one of those somewhere full of bugs. Yeah, they work for the power company. That's right. They work for the power company. They bring in electricity for the power company. That's all they do. In fact, I did have a customer one time that used one of those pest repellent, the little sonic emitters, and he had one in his attic, but it was turned up. It was one of those you could adjust. It was turned up so loud you couldn't even be in the house yourself. Like, I had to go in the house and I had to flip the breaker box because I didn't know exactly what breaker it was. I went in and flipped the breaker box so I could even do the work of the house because it was so loud and obnoxious. Now, he had problems with squirrels getting in because it was a vacation home, and so he wanted to use he used those little repellent things to keep the squirrels out. And it worked. It worked to keep the squirrels out. But it worked to keep people out. Nobody wanted to go near the house. We park typically, I don't know, maybe about 10, 15 yards away from the house, and you could hear it in your truck when you pulled in the driveway. You could hear it. It was obnoxiously loud. So that worked. It didn't keep the bugs out of the house. Bugs don't care, but animals and stuff do. Do you? Okay, yeah, before I found this channel, I tried plug-in things and they did not work at all. All right, Chaos Owner says, do you get people call you about bed bugs and it ends up being cockroaches? I have never had that happen before, but I've had people call me thinking it was termites and it was cockroaches. Pepperidge Farm says, not even a little. I don't understand why they're allowed to sell that junk. Actually, when those little sonic emitters that you just plug in the wall, when they first came out, there was a class action lawsuit against the company because it was late night TV. They always sell them on late night TV. And they were promising that it was a replacement for pest control. And then you'd go in people's house and they would have those things set up in there, and they would have horrible problems, things like cockroaches and all kind of mice and rats and stuff. And it was really not a very good living condition, but they were blaming it on those sonic emitters. So, well, we got these sonic emitters in here and they're working really well, so there's no reason to have pest control because, I mean, it says it right on the packaging. And so what happened was, see, cockroaches are the leading cause of COPD and asthma in low-income housing, and those are usually the people that I find when I work. Those are the people that typically have those sonic emitters plugged in the wall, and it's not fair to those people. They're scamming them, and so there was a class action lawsuit against them, and they had to change the wording. And if you look at the packaging now, a lot of them will actually say in like little tiny, teeny tiny letters on the bottom, like a little asterisk, and it'll say not as a substitution for, pest control or, whatever, some stupid little thing on there as a disclaimer, that they were required to do it because they lost their class action lawsuit. How often do you bring bugs home by accident? So, a long time ago, I was a teenager, and we were doing a job for cockroaches. And it was a pretty severe cockroach infestation. It was so bad that they were raining down off of the ceiling like water. It was absolutely horrible. There were probably several million cockroaches that we were chasing out of the cracks and crevices, me and my dad. And in fact, we were talking about him on the way home, and he would give me this saying, and he's like, Jason, in pest control, if you can kill roaches, you'll always be able to feed yourself because nobody knows how to kill cockroaches. And he's right. A lot of exterminators don't know how to kill them. And so we were on our way home, and I picked like 16 cockroaches off of me in their driveway because, you can't take them home with you. And I went home, and my dad in his garage, he's got like a bathroom. Like I would always go in and use the bathroom in the garage, and I had to use the bathroom. So I went in there, and I sat down on the toilet, and I looked down at my shoe, and a cockroach crawled out of the shoelace on my boot and crawled across the floor. And so I stepped on it and killed it. And it was like 45 minutes from the house we had just treated to my dad's house. It was just a one-time job we needed to do. It was a cockroach job. And yeah, so it's really easy to bring them home with you. Even if you think you've pulled them all off of you, it's very easy to take cockroaches with you. About 4.5 to 5 months ago, I did bring bedbugs home. I had it's one time ever that's ever happened. I did a job for bedbugs. It wasn't severe. It wasn't, in fact, I don't even remember even finding any bedbugs in the house at all. It wasn't a severe bedbug job, or what I would consider severe. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 0.5. It just really didn't even register. It wasn't that bad. And we went in, we treated the whole house. My wife was complaining about having preterm labor because my youngest he'll be 4 months old day after tomorrow. And so it's been about as long as it was that she would be having preterm labor. And so we had to go to the hospital, and I was concerned about her. In fact, I think what happened was I came in, I took my uniform off, put her in the car, and the other kids, and we just drove to UVA. And so I really wasn't thinking. I was more concerned about my wife. Normally after I get done with a bedbug job, I come straight in. Now, the back door is like right over there on the other side of this wall. Like, if I can turn, I might be able to turn my camera a little bit and show you. See, it's right over there. In there, that actually exits out to the outside of my yard. And so I usually walk in that way, throw my stuff in the laundry, go up, take a shower, and me and Rory, my son, he comes with me, and we work together on our bedbug work. And so we'll both come in, strip down, and go up and take showers. And that's the one time I didn't do it. And about 4 days later, we came home. So before, like I said, it was before Finley was born, right before he was born, came home, and my wife found a bedbug on the pillowcase of her pillow. It was just a baby, a little teeny tiny one, but it was there. And so I took everything off the bed, all the sheets, covers, comforters, everything, and we treated the mattresses. Now I've got a Tempur-Pedic. I've got a bad back, and so I sleep on a Tempur-Pedic mattress. That thing is like a sack of bricks. Trying to move that off of the bed frame and all the box springs and everything, had to take everything off of every bed, treat all the sofas, everything. I treat it like I do a normal person's house. I treat the mattresses, I treat the box springs, I treat the bed frame, I treat the headboard, the footboard, I treat all lazy boy recliners, which I don't have any lazy boys here, but I've got 2 couches I had to treat. I had to treat all of my children's beds. I've got a double, and I've got 2 twins I had to treat, so I had to take all the sheets and everything off of that. I was still washing sheets after Finley was born because there was so much crap I had to wash. So, I haven't had any bed bugs since. It's been almost 5 months now, and I haven't had any bed bugs in the house. They did kill them. I know what I'm doing. But it's annoying. It was really annoying because it's something I could have prevented. The first bed bug job I did, I was 17 years old. I am 40. So it just happened. Like I said, just still fresh in my mind, fresh memory of infesting my house with bed bugs. It wasn't severe, but it did happen. So, and of course, I bring in stupid fleas all the time, because that's just something I always bring in. Fleas every year because you can't avoid fleas. I infest my truck. I get those things. They're horrible. I hate fleas. Once in 30 years, Jason has a routine. 34 years. Durazban was really good for bed bugs. Durazban was really good. But, Agent Orange, that's, you talk about diazinon now. I put Delta Dust in my Webster brush and use it to wipe exterior windowsills and doorways in the winter months. Will this be effective? No, you just wipe the webs down and treat with Demon. I don't mix anything with Crossfire. James asked if I mix anything with Crossfire when you treat for bed bugs. I don't. I just use Crossfire. The thing is, a lot of people will mix an IGR, like Gentrol or something, but it's not effective. They've proven time and time again. There have been articles, research, lots of stuff done on IGRs and bed bugs. IGRs do not work on bed bugs. They don't have any in existence right now that work on bed bugs. And I actually went over it in one of my live streams, and I read the article, at which it goes into really in-depth discussion on why they don't work. So I don't know which live stream that is. You'd have to go back and check my live streams. But Jason, I still think that it's a phenomenal record with bed bugs. Yeah, I've brought bird mites home with me before. Those things are miserable. You don't realize how much fabric type things that need washed and dried and sprayed. I know, it's awful. Well, see, this is the thing. And this is why this is another reason that I don't support heat treatments, is because when you do a heat treatment on someone's house, they're required to take everything out of their dressers, everything out of their closets. All this stuff has to be taken out of their house. It has to be washed and laundered, whether you do it yourself or whether you take it to a laundromat or a professional cleaning service. You've got to get all this crap done. All your bed linens, all that stuff has to be washed. All of it, it's so much work that you're expecting your customers to do for you to be able to treat their house for bed bugs. It's such an intense amount of work. And when you do a Crossfire treatment, the only thing you have to do, and this is my own experience, this is what I do professionally for a living. The only thing you have to do is you have to strip the beds, because you can't treat sheets, you can't treat pillows, but you could treat the mattress, you could treat the box spring, you could treat everything else. You just can't treat the covers, but you can wash the covers. All right. A lot of people say, well, you mean you don't make people take their stuff out of their dressers? You don't make them take their clothes out of their closet? No, I don't make them do that, because Crossfire works on a non-repellency. It's non-repellent. The bed bugs do not see what it is. They do not know it's there. It's like it's invisible. It's an invisible barrier they do not see. They crawl back and forth over it all the time. They don't even realize they're doing it, and they just die. And so if you treat the area you're going to be in, like imagine it's like a mouse trap. You put a piece of cheese on a mouse trap, the mouse goes up, and eats it, and then snap, he's dead. All right? The bed bug doesn't know the bed is treated. It comes to bite you, the cheese in the mousetrap. It goes up to bite you, and then walks across the surface of the chemical, and then boom, he's dead. All right, he's dead. His babies are dead. If he leaves and crawls back over other bed bugs, he transfers it to other bed bugs. So all the bed bugs die. It's like knocking dominoes over. All right, you knock one over, they all fall over, they all die. And actually, it's more effective a week or two after it's applied, because it takes longer to kill the bed bugs, so that they're able to go back and crawl along each other and communicate and mate and all that good stuff and spread the chemical around. So it's very effective. Very effective. But that's how it works. Temperate is non-repellent. Alpine WSG is non-repellent. Crossfire is non-repellent. Pick one. If you use tempered or Alpine, you might need to treat more often than Crossfire, but Crossfire is like once every 30 days. You could treat more often, but typically I only do it once every 30 days. In 30 days, my bed bug house was... Yeah, see, normally it does. In 30 days, usually the bed bugs are dead. What's your take on Crossfire? Crossfire is what I use. You said it. I didn't catch it though. It's a 3-letter combo. It was banned in the 80s. DDT. Crossfire does not, and it wasn't banned in the 80s. It was banned in the 70s, 76. Crossfire does not need a chemical partner. Correct. Some people do. I used to. So when I first started using Crossfire, I did baseboards with Alpine, and I treated the beds with Crossfire. But when I noticed that the bed bugs were starting to develop a resistance to Alpine, I just went straight Crossfire, and I don't use anything but Crossfire now. How about bat bugs? Bat bugs are related to bed bugs. If a lot of people that get bed bugs, sometimes it's bat bugs, it's not bed bugs at all. Bat bugs are easy to kill. They don't have resistance to pesticides, so they die really easily. They'll actually starve to death if they don't have a bat source. So it's easy for them to die. A local place charged $1 a pound. It cost me $92 for all the stuff for me. Wife, 2 little kids. I had clothes. Now under 3. Yeah, right. $1 a pound for clothes. Oh yeah, to wash your clothes. After treatment, I saw only 2. What would you do in freezing temperatures for exterior service? I treat with pesticide. I still do. I mean, I still work in the winter. Bugs are still available. The thing is that in Virginia, we have mild climate. All right, let's say it's 30 degrees today. Like right now, what is the temperature outside, AJ? 34. It's 34 degrees outside. My wife, that's AJ. My wife is Alicia. I call her AJ for short because Alicia Joe. So it's AJ, like from the Backstreet Boys. But right now it's 34 degrees. Yesterday it was 70 degrees outside. All right, just because it gets down to freezing temperatures at night doesn't mean it's not going to be warm tomorrow. And once the chemical's dry, It's going to kill bugs. Even if it's applied at freezing temperatures, it will still kill bugs. So I do. I'm actually finding a Crossfire shortage at aerosol. I don't use aerosol because aerosol's garbage. I don't like aerosol. I never use aerosol. The only thing, I'm sorry, my eye is itchy. It is horribly itchy. I know you guys don't want to watch me scratch my eye, but it is horribly itchy. It's pollen, all right? It's the pollen. It's already started. It's getting into me. It's the dust. It's getting in my eyes. It's getting in my nose. It's starting, and it's going to bother me. Oh, I hate this. I love spring weather. It is beautiful. You go outside and you enjoy the weather and you play kickball with the kids and you get on the bicycles and you ride around and it feels so good and so great. And then you're just like, I can't breathe. Like that all the time. I hate it. I absolutely hate pollen. And your car is yellow all the time and you have to constantly wash your pollen off. It's miserable. I hope that was a good impersonation because my head's actually not stuffy right now. I could have done this thing right here where you get your tissue and you stick it in your nose like this and you just sit there like this and you go, ooh, because I hate pollen. Anyway, hope you can laugh at my expense. I live in Minnesota, so it's below 0. Yeah, I mean, it gets below 0 here too sometimes, but I still do. I do outside application in the wintertime. You know, I work year round. There's always bugs here, always. You know, we have spiders, we have ants will start showing up as soon as it gets warm. If it gets up above like 54 degrees, ants will start coming in again. Cockroaches, you know, oriental cockroaches, wood roaches and stuff, they start real early in the season. So I, you know, like I said, anything, and not to mention ladybugs, stink bugs, cluster flies, and wasps. All those things are problems in the wintertime. So, you know, and mice, rats. Yeah, trust me, there is need for pest control year round, always. At least in Virginia. Now Minnesota, maybe not so much, but Virginia, yeah, definitely. Definitely a problem in Virginia, definitely. Let's see. I didn't have as good luck with aerosol. Mix is way better, even with a cheap Harbor Freight sprayer for $5. I'd like to know what sprayer you got. I got a Harbor Freight down the road. I'll go buy one and show stuff. I'm still working on it. My bathroom is still under construction upstairs, and so when I get it all done and I get my things kind of moved around in the house, I'm going to hopefully be able to do I still have the jugs in there, in the box, still in the box, still waiting for me to do my thing, whatever. What was it called? The thing I was going to do? Where I had my product review. My wife bought 3 different sprayers from Amazon that she would pick, and then I'm going to review them and let you know if she picked good sprayers or not, and then compare them to a B&G, which is what I use to do. In fact, in this video that I was showing just a minute ago right here, that's a B&G. That's the sprayer that I use. That's actually right there. That is laying on the ground. I should not lay that on the ground, but that's the pump. That's actually the pump, and that's my spray tank. And so as soon as I'm able to get my basement back, I'm going to do a product review. I might actually, when it gets nice outside, go out and use a sidewalk and do it outside. So. Did you ever have to deal with mice in houses that had cats? All the time. All the time. Cats didn't get rid of mice. You know, there's a belief that, all right, the cold. This is, let me throw out some myths. I want to do another Myth May this year. I haven't done one in several years, and Myth May was a series that I ran where every single day of May I had a brand new video come up about a myth of pest control, and sometimes it'd be 3 minutes long, 5 minutes long, 8 minute long, real short little quick videos, and there's some myths in pest control. All right, a lot of people believe that the cold kills bugs. All right, they're like, well, what we need is a really good winter to kill all these bugs. All right, if that were true, then the cold areas of the world, like Canada, Minnesota, for example, you know, these places wouldn't have bugs because they're cold, right? 3 to 6 months out of the year, they're freezing cold, but they get bugs. All right, cats. If you have cats, you won't have mice. That's not true. Okay, that is not true. If that were true, you know, birds eat mice, cats eat mice, owls, you know, lots of animals kill and eat mice. If that were true, then we would not have mice, and eventually they would just cease to exist because all of the animals that feed on mice would eat them, and we'd have no mice ever. No one would ever have a single mouse get in their house because the stray cats and all the animals that eat mice would just kill them all. We wouldn't have them anymore. You can have a cat, and you can also have mice. Absolutely true. So those are 2 myths right there that just debunked right there in just a couple minutes. Jennifer says I need to plug my stuff. The Alpine that you can get is on my Amazon page. It's actually, everything's in the description below. I don't plug myself. Jennifer plugs me. I don't know why. She likes to see me. See that's my Marvel shirt. She likes to plug stuff for me. She's my mod. She's sweet. Let's see. This is my Lifesavers. I like Lifesavers. I have a problem. So, when my baby was born, my wife, she was had it in labor. You know, whoo, you know, all that good stuff. Whoo, you know. And it was stressful. Because we were at the midwife and we were having all natural because we're hippies. I mean, it's Green Acres, right? We're hippies. We're hippies. And I had these. I had a whole pocket full of these. And my pants, I got big hands. Whole handful. I grabbed before we left the house. I shoved them in my pants pocket. I ate the whole pocket in just 2 hours. The whole pocket gone. She was in labor for like 29 hours. 29 and a half hours. So I called them my stress pills. She said I shouldn't call them pills because it gives people the impression that I'm a pill popper, which I'm not.
No, I think because the kids have the impression that candy
the kids get the impression that pills are candy and they should eat pills, or vice versa, and that's not good. And so, yeah, but they're my stress pills, and I go through a lot of them. I like Lifesavers. They're wintergreen flavor. They're my favorite. I got a Sam's membership. Bags are huge. I mean, they're just like big old bags of. They're delicious. All right. At the craft breweries here. You want me to tell you something? I'll tell you something about mice. Family Dollar's having problems with mice. Jennifer tipped me off. Pepperidge Farm just gave me $5. Thank you, Pepperidge. I'm telling you what. I don't ask for money. A lot of streamers get on here and they'll stream and they'll ask for money. And they'll say, oh, donate to me. And I can do this and donate to me and I can do that. And I don't want to do that because I don't panhandle. But Pepperidge Farm come in here and he just throws the money around. Or she. I don't want to say it's a he or a she. I don't know. With a name like Pepperidge Farm, it could be anybody. Everybody loves Pepperidge Farm. But they come in here and just throwing the money around. Donates to me every single week. That one for you. There you go. Good job. Jennifer likes to bite people when they come in and they start advertising and stuff at bots. But anyway. Take money from strangers and eat stress pills, Pepperidge Farm said. He gave me $5. What's the best way to apply Crossfire? Alright, not steam or spray. You just spray it. You don't steam with it. You don't want to use heat with pesticides. You'll destroy the pesticide. I gotta chew this back. I gotta chew that up. Echo into my head. Anyway. With my homemade nozzle, it sprays a thin stream, which I used with Crossfire. One treatment, $46, plus $5 for the sprayer. Followed Jason's advice, no issues. Answered my call, gave me directions, bedbug free. There you go. That's all I want. That's all I'm here for. There are people, although it's crazy, because if you listen to Facebook and Twitter and all the news outlets and the social media and all the crazy people out in the world today, you would think that there are no people left that will actually sit here, take an hour or two out of their week, and talk to you about bug problems and give you true advice. But there are, and I'm not the only one. There are other people out here that help people with all kinds of problems. I was able to rebuild my car. I have a motor that I rebuilt, and I learned it all from YouTube. You know, there's people on YouTube that are just perfectly happy to help you with whatever they can. And I'm not out to make any money. I know people will donate, and I know I've got my Amazon page, but I only get like a 3% sales commission off of Amazon. The only reason I made it is because people call me all the time. All right, now I'm gonna get on a rant. So I've been in business for myself for 6 years. I've been in pest control since I was about 6 or 7 years old, working with my dad's business. I work for myself now. I'm self-made, got my own business. It's 24 hours. I have a 24-hour pest control business. I run it from my home, work with my family. My wife does all my paperwork, taxes, all that good stuff. I go out and kill bugs for a living. Roaches, mice, rats, you name it, bed bugs, all kinds of stuff. I've been doing it all my life. It's all I've ever done. It's what I'm good at. It's what I know. And people will find me online, on YouTube, and on other social media platforms that I like, TikTok too, and they will call me. And they may be from Minnesota, they may be from Ohio, they may be from, New Zealand. And it's great that people call me, but I don't always have time to talk. And I do have a page where people can, pay me if they want to talk to me, because I got to have time for my family at some point. I used to take every call that came in. I just don't have time to do that anymore. I've got, I'm trying to make a living for my family, and I'm trying to, sit here. That's why I do my live streams every Thursday, because I've done live streams ever since I've been on YouTube, but this is like regular, like every week, every Thursday night I'm here, because I don't feel like it's right to go, and I like to give people free information. I feel bad when I have to charge people for time just to talk on the phone, and so I sit here on the Thursday nights and I talk to you for free. And that's why the phone number, you call it at work, it's free. You call me, I pay for the phone, I pay for it. I have to pay for that number, but you can call me and you can talk to me, and I'll talk to you for free. And that's what I do every Thursday night. You kind of got to compete with other people. Tonight I don't have a whole lot of calls, but it's one of those things where some nights it just rings off the hook over and over and over and I can't answer caller ID. I just have to, take them as they come in. And but I do have an ability to, if you really want to talk to me privately, you can book time to talk to me, and I will take your call. I'll call you, and I'll spend time, and I'll talk to you, and I'll send you whatever information I can to try to help you solve your pest control problem. But I can't just do that all the time, So just so you know, I don't want to, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I like talking to you, so that's why we're here now, talking now. So, but anyway, I got a question, but my phone is dead. Getting to plug in 2 seconds. Well, you can ask me here too if you could type it. Or if you've got Skype, you could always Skype me. It's the number works on Skype too. I mean, it is a Skype phone number, so you don't have to call direct with your cell phone. You can call through your computer too. But you gotta now. If you do call in, I will ask you to turn down the sound on your computer or on your YouTube or whatever you're listening to it on, because it will echo horribly bad, and I'll have to hang up because I can't handle the echo, and it's not good for the channel, not good for the video. So, because I play everything through my desktop audio, so it plays through, so that way everyone else can hear your question. That's why I wear a headset. I wear a headset so it don't echo through the mic. So my mic's right up here. You can't see the mic because I got everything set up good now. But anyway, I applied once a month for 2 months and still have bites. Are you fine? Can be sprayed on the mattress? Yes, it can be sprayed on the mattress. Thank you so very much. It helps more than you know. You give great advice that works. Not some BS stream this and buy all this stuff. Just straight shooting, great advice. You are the best. Keep it up. Thank you very much. It's pages and YouTubes like this that has given me great knowledge on stuff that I didn't know before. Good night, Patrick. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I got into a pretty dark place trying to deal with bed bugs before finding this channel. Share my videos. If you see a video that I've made that has helped you, even if it's 3 years old, I don't make ad revenue. The thing is, my old videos, I've got one video up there that's got like 200,000 views. Yeah, I don't get ad revenue on that video, but it helps other people. You should share it, because I don't go and make the same thing over and over and over. If the information is still viable, I don't go and make another video saying basically the same thing. And so the only way people are going to get the information that you've gotten that has helped you is by sharing the videos. So, it does promote the channel too, and it helps the channel, but the only ad revenue you make on YouTube is in new content. You have to constantly produce new content within a week or two, or your revenue will just plummet. You won't make money on YouTube. It's not one of those platforms where you make old revenue like they do, Gilligan's Island. That show is still in syndication. It's still making the people that were on Gilligan's Island that were on that show. I mean, even Betty White, who just passed away, she was still making royalty on Golden Girls because it's still in syndication. And so that's not how YouTube works though. YouTube won't put advertisements on your videos that are old. So, but I still tell people, share it. Share that stuff because it's good information. It helps a lot of people. Like, one of my videos I share the most is the most extensive bedbug job on YouTube. It's the only one I've got where you can go through and watch me treat an actual infested house with bedbugs. And they got bedbugs. I treat the house. I killed the bedbugs, just so you know. They all died. But it's a good video because it shows how to do it. The customer actually let me film the whole job. And so I was able to split it up and show you on YouTube how to do a bedbug job. So you need to share the videos. If it helps you, share it so it can help other people. Because I really only have 20,000 subs. I've got, let's see, right now, I think I've got like 20,100, something like that. It's not a lot. To be on YouTube for 6 years, I don't promote my channel. I don't go out and put the links everywhere. I just don't do that. I have the videos up there for people who find it. You just have to find it. You have to find it, and it'll help you eventually. If you find it. Some people search forever and not find it. Like Pepperidge is like, he's been looking forever and finally found the channel. So it's one of those things where you kind of have to just keep looking. unless you got friends that are pushing your stuff. The thing about bed bugs is bed bugs travel in circles of the same friends. So if Bob and Timmy are friends with each other, Bob has bed bugs, but Timmy doesn't. And Bob goes to visit Timmy. Timmy's going to get bed bugs eventually because Bob's going to eventually spread them to Timmy. They're like a disease. And so, Bob may get rid of his bed bugs, but Timmy didn't get rid of his, and he can't figure out how to get rid of them because Bob watched me and Bob didn't share my video. Be like Bob. Be like Timmy. Share the video. You should share the video. That's a bad analogy. But Bob should have shared my videos so Timmy would know, oh, that's how I get rid of bed bugs, and then he could get rid of the bed bug problem. So that's how you do it. Let's see. Somebody is asking a question. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that chat. I've got to scroll up. Voila, 21. I'm going to go up and read when you first came in here. All right. So you said, can be sprayed on a mattress. The answer is yes. I applied once a month for 2 months, but I still have bites. Well, if you didn't spray your mattress, you need to spray your mattress. Should I apply every 14 days? I mean, you can apply Crossfire up to 14 days. You could apply it once every 7 days, but I typically only recommend once a month. Should I apply 14 days? I say, what are your thoughts on using Semexa with Crossfire? I don't do it. I don't even own Semexa. I don't own any of it. I don't use it. I've never used it. I don't need it. I've never needed it. It's just silica dust. It's silica dioxide. That's all it is. It's not impressive to me. Diatomaceous earth is more impressive than silica dust, and I don't promote diatomaceous earth either. Not that I have never used it. I have. I've used diatomaceous earth. I don't recommend that just anybody use dust, because dust, whether it's Semexa, DE, Delta Dust, whatever, I don't recommend that anyone uses dust that isn't a professional, because dust is it's very easy to inhale dust if you're not careful. It blows back. You will inhale it. You don't realize it, but you will. I was laying in the bed the other day with my son trying to get him to take a nap, and he was looking up, and the sun was shining in through his window, and he was like, look, Dad, there's dust in that light, in that sun. Because you could see the dust in the air, the dust particles that will float in the air. If you go and you apply DE or Semexa, that dust is going to join with the dust that's in the air. You don't realize it, but it does. It doesn't matter how light you apply it. It doesn't matter how heavy you apply it. It doesn't matter where you've applied it. If you're not doing it correctly, you're gonna end up breathing in the dust, and you don't realize it, but you will. And so I don't recommend dust. I have not used dust. That being said, I have not used dust for pest control. For bed bugs. I haven't used dust for bed bugs in 5 years. I haven't. I don't ever use dust for bed bugs. I don't. I recommend, and I think it's my book that I wrote about bed bugs, that you dust in outlets. The only reason I recommend that is because it is a good idea to do it if you're using other pesticides that aren't like Crossfire. Where Crossfire is a non-repellent, dust is usually you have to treat a lot more heavily, and you have to use dust in the wall outlets and stuff like that. But if you use Crossfire, you should not need dust at all. You just shouldn't. It's not going to make you more or less successful by using it. It's more likely to make you less successful using dust, because you can use it inappropriately and it won't work. It won't work, and it will cause a Crossfire not to work. So I don't recommend it. Timmy punched Bob. The bed bug's so bad, and I didn't know what to do. Slept in my car. This is when I moved into my uncle's. I'm not going to go into how long I slept in my car. That's a shame. Let's see. Jason says, oh, good name. That's my name. Jason Christopher says that he followed my advice exactly And that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Just listen to what I say and do what I say, and it'll work. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. If I've skipped over your question, then just ask it again. I don't mind repeat questions. You know, I want to be able to answer your question. So it's hard when I go into these long tangents trying to explain things, trip over my words, get all diarrhea of the mouth, and then I miss half of your question. So don't hesitate to re-ask your question if I don't answer it. Which product is a mold spore? That's Apprehend. Apprehend is a mold spore. It's also non-repellent. Apprehend is non-repellent, and it attacks the exoskeleton. It's like a parasite to bedbugs. It kills them. Very effective, but you can't apply it yourself. It's something you're going to have to hire somebody to do. You can't do it yourself. I don't even think you'll be able to buy it yourself. I mean, maybe. I think Do-It-Yourself Pest Control has it now, and there's a couple other places that have it. But the problem with Apprehend, let's look that up, because Jennifer did bring it up. I want to look it up. So let's look up Apprehend. Apprehend. I don't think I spelled it right. Yeah, I didn't spell it right. Alright, so this is apprehend.com. These are the people that make it. This is the business. They make Apprehend. Alright, it's a natural biopesticide for the elimination and prevention of bedbugs. Okay, this is something other than Crossfire that actually does work. Alright, you see these little bottles? One bottle fills up this sprayer. Alright, it's a low volume sprayer kit with shoulder pouch. Alright, so let's read more about this kit. You have to have this, by the way. You have to have this kit. See, it looks like a paint sprayer. Alright, like if you had a paint. Alright, so that's what it looks like. This is what you have to have to apply Apprehend. If you do not have this set, you will not apply the chemical properly. It will not work. It says, this specially designed spray kit was created for the proper application rate and spray pattern for Apprehend. Because it's a biopesticide, because it's a plant, all right, you're basically applying a plant. It's a mold spore, okay? You can destroy it, and it can be eliminated. So you want to make sure you do it properly. It says the nozzle was designed to spray a 2-inch band when held 4 inches 4 inches from the surface being sprayed. The plastic reservoir holds about 3 fluid ounces. If any product remains after treatment, it can be poured back into the original bottle. Since this product is never mixed with anything, there's virtually no waste. Because they're not mixing it with water. Like with Crossfire, if you mix Crossfire with water, you can have waste, but this is not. This is just ready to go. It comes out of the bottle. So that little bottle that you saw earlier, that's what you pour in this little 3-ounce container. The strap expands to a maximum of 53 inches, 32. So this is telling you about how it sits on your body. All right. And so if you look at this, let's watch this. Let's see. Let's go.
First, let's take a look at each of the individual. To ensure full suspension,
So this is how you do this. I recommend doing that with Crossfire too.
Agitate the sprayer from time to time to ensure the spores in the spray gun bottle will not settle down during your job.
Let's see. Let's go here.
Immediately after application.
But you see,
Hold the spray gun about 3 to 4 inches from the surface to be treated, and apply at a speed of approximately 3 seconds per 2 foot, making.
now, you see that? That's a lot. That's a lot to explain to somebody. Okay? That's why I don't recommend Apprehend. I don't recommend things that are hard. All right? I like stupid solutions. Okay? Stupidly easy solutions. That is what my channel is about. I give people the easiest way to understand how to get rid of their bugs. And Apprehend, the difference between Apprehend and Crossfire is Apprehend will last for 90 days. Crossfire lasts for 30 days. So it's also more expensive than Crossfire. Crossfire is flipping expensive. Alpine is really expensive. So you buy a 16-ounce bottle. All right, you could buy a 16-ounce bottle of Alpine. Actually, it might be cheaper. Let's see. Depends on how fast you can go through 3 ounces. I really don't know. I've never used it. But the problem is it's a mold spore. There have been cases of people that have had allergic reaction to Apprehend, where they break out in hives, bumps, itchy spots, stuff like that. Aren't you trying to avoid bumps and itchy spots? I mean, isn't that why you don't want bed bugs in the bed? Is because they're creating bumpy, itchy spots on your body? And then you're going to put Apprehend, so you're going to replace your bumpy, itchy spots that are caused by bed bugs with bumpy, itchy spots caused by a chemical. Either way, you got bumpy, itchy spots on your body. All right? It doesn't make sense. Crossfire doesn't do that to people. And so I just use Crossfire. Easy. That's why. It's simple. It says a 16 fluid ounce bottle will treat 1,500 linear feet, continuous 2-inch rights with barrier. So you pretty much are going to expect to have to use one 16 ounce bottle per job, maybe half a bottle. It depends, but about one bottle. And it requires a lot of cleanup, preparation, stuff like that. So that's why I don't use Apprehend. Are you familiar with mite infestations? I am. I don't recommend DE. Voila. Don't use DE. DE's garbage. It doesn't work. It'll just make you frustrated, and it'll cause you to have bug bites. If you don't use DE, you'll be more effective. DE is garbage. It's trash. It doesn't work. It's awful. I'm not saying that to sell pesticides, because I could sell you DE just as easy as I could sell you pesticides. The reason I'm not selling DE is because DE doesn't work. If you go to my channel and you go to my description below, I've got an Amazon page, all right? Look, if I go down to bedbugs, let me see, where is bedbugs? I can't read, apparently. Bedbug supply, all right? There's no DE in that list at all. None. There's no diatomaceous earth listed there. The reason it's not listed there is because it doesn't work. I'm not going to put it there because it doesn't work. All right? It's trash. It doesn't work. Don't buy it. It's garbage. I can't tell people enough. Diatomaceous earth is garbage. It does not kill bed bugs. It will not work. It will not work. You'll see these videos online. How you can save money over... It's all natural. Use diatomaceous earth. It is garbage. It does not work. They are lying to you. All right? The thing is, all right, you can click this Crossfire bottle, okay? That's $43 for that bottle of Crossfire. $43, okay? Now let's look up diatomaceous earth. All right? A bag of diatomaceous earth is Harris with a duster. Oh man, it comes with a duster and everything. $13.94. Guaranteed. If I put that on my bedbug page, that page right there, and I would sell so much because people are willing to pay. It's what you consider what? Low risk, high reward? That's the idea. Is when you're buying diatomaceous earth, it's low risk, high reward. You're not missing out on very much money. You're only spending $13 for a whole big bag, and you're getting a duster with it. I'm selling you a $43 bottle of pesticides you can only use once. It's not going to last like diatomaceous earth. You can keep diatomaceous earth on the shelf for 3 years, come back, and it's still diatomaceous earth. You can't do that with Crossfire. So it's perishable. I'm selling you something that's perishable. It's more expensive, and so you got a higher risk. You got a much higher risk because you got to spend more money at something that's perishable. But then you got DE, it's $13. It's just $13. Yeah, but you're wasting $13. Okay? If you're throwing your money away, are you really saving anything? You're not saving any money. You're spending $13. It's like for $13 of garbage. Why don't you just take your $13 and flush it down the toilet? I mean, that should be just as effective as buying DE for bedbugs. DE does not work for bedbugs. It is not effective. You will not be able to apply it. People that tell you, that come on my channel and claim they kill bedbugs with DE, they are liars. They are absolute liars. I would love them to come on here and debate me. I will tell them why it doesn't work. They are liars. They do not tell you the truth. They are trying to sell you $13 worth of garbage. It is garbage. It is snake oil. It doesn't work. Stop buying it. Don't buy into the whole diatomaceous earth just gimmick. It is an absolute gimmick. And every video that I've ever done on diatomaceous earth, I get slammed. I get slammed so hard talking about how you're just trying to sell pesticides. No, I'm not. Actually, I don't care. I could take my Amazon page down right now. The reason my Amazon page exists is because I get people calling me from YouTube every day, every night, all the time. Because I have a 24-hour pest control business and they want to talk to me. And they want to ask me where can they buy the pesticides that I use. And so I made an Amazon page so you could see where to get them. You don't have to buy from me. You can buy from anybody. But because I don't need 3% commission on $43. I don't need that. That's nothing to me. I don't care. You know, I want you to get what you need. I want you to get what's effective. And by all means, you should try to shop around and get a cheaper price, because that's what I'm about, trying to save people money. But anyway, there's my rant on DE for the night. I guess I could just check out now, right? No. But it's cheap. It's cheap, but doesn't work. You get what you pay for. A steamer was one of the first things I tried, and it didn't work. I feel pretty safe in saying they are probably gone by now. I sealed up my outlets with spray foam and silicone and taped up ones not using while treating. Speaking of sharing, someone mentioned your channel on Reddit, which is how I found about... Yeah, I see Reddit. Sometimes I see Reddit. I am actually subscribed to the Bedbug channel on Reddit, and I hardly ever get updates from them. But sometimes I get updates, and I'll go in there and I'll say something. Because Reddit, a lot of people use Reddit. I think Reddit's like cancer of the internet. I don't like it. Like Facebook, it's like, I mean, honestly, I think Facebook's probably worse than Reddit now. Reddit used to be the place where you never went for advice. I feel like Facebook's gotten to that point now. Speaking of sharing, someone mentioned, okay, I saw that. Treat your car too. They love to ride on you and go travel too. That's true. That's true. You should treat your car. I've got videos on how to treat the car too on my YouTube channel. How do you get rid of bed bugs if you have carpeted floor in the bedroom? I always get bites. You don't have to treat the carpet. You treat the edge of the carpet. Don't treat the carpet. You can still treat with Crossfire to work. I treat houses with carpet all the time. It kills bed bugs. You can treat the mattress, box spring, the bed frame, everything. Okay, Jason. This is my question. I sprayed in one room for cockroaches. The kitchen. If this is the only room I did, I see more in the room now than before. But they are not in the kitchen. Oh, they're nowhere as bad. Okay. So, I would treat the whole house for cockroaches. If it's cockroaches, I treat bathrooms, kitchens, especially bathrooms and kitchens, because cockroaches are attracted to water sources. A lot of people will say things like, I told those kids not to eat in their bedroom and that they bring them roaches back there, but that's not true. It's actually water. If you sleep with a cup of water beside the bed, that will attract cockroaches. So fish tanks attract cockroaches. It's just water sources in general attract cockroaches. So bathrooms and kitchens, water heaters, places like that are really going to attract them a lot. And you're going to need to treat at least once a month for cockroaches until you eliminate the problem. And I say until you eliminate the problem, because it can take anywhere from 2 to 6 months to get rid of a cockroach infestation based on chemical immunity and resistance. So the problem is that cockroaches, just like bed bugs, can develop an immunity and a resistance to your pesticides if you are applying regularly and rotate your pesticides. So if you use Alpine 1 month, use like Temper the next month. That way you're using 2 different chemicals and you're switching back and forth, because if you're having a problem eliminating the roach infestation, you are probably dealing with a resistance issue. And you'll want to use something like Vendetta or Advion as a gel bait along with the spray. Don't spray your gel baits, because you don't want to put a pesticide on your gel bait. You want to keep your gel bait away from what you spray, and then treat the cracks and the crevices, and that'll get rid of your roaches. If you're diligent enough and you rotate your chemicals and stay on a rotation once a month, you'll get rid of your cockroaches. It's not a problem to do that. In the past 3 years, I've never seen a bed bug, but I've been getting pimple-like marks on my body, not huge welts like bed bug bites. What could it be? I don't know. It could be fleas. It could be... There's lots of things it could be. It could be scabies. Could be chiggers. Lots of stuff will create bumps and bug bites. What's the best way to kill and prevent black widow spiders outdoors? Demon works really good on spiders. Demon's very effective on spiders. It's a synthetic pyrethroid. Cypermethrin works really good on spiders. I don't remember the topic, but I remember reading a comment that mentioned this channel. Let's see, 2-part question. I live in a house with an apartment upstairs. If I spray, won't the bed bugs go to the upstairs apartment? If you use Crossfire, they won't. Crossfire is a non-repellent, so the bed bugs don't see the chemical. They don't know it's there. You're not going to stir them up and spread them around. They're just going to die where they are. So that's what I recommend. And you can treat your van with the same thing, and that'll kill the bed bugs in your van too. Miss Nita, let's see. Sorry, people are chatting back and forth. I'm trying to figure out what the next question was. How long would I have to use Crossfire to get rid of bed bugs? 1 to 3 months. Once a month. But typically it's just once. But sometimes it does take a couple treatments. If you're doing it yourself, expect to have to treat 3 times, but you may be able to treat less. So that's what I recommend anyway. For a non-professional, because I've been doing this a long time. I can go in and kill roaches. I mean, bed bugs and roaches. I can go in and kill them with just one treatment. But the thing is that with bed bugs, you have to expect to have to go back and do a second treatment. You may not, but expect to have to. If you're still getting bit on day, like, mark it on your calendar. If you treat it on the first Monday of the month, if it rolls around to the first Monday in March, then you might, and you're still getting bit, then you want to treat again. And so just be prepared to do it again, but you don't have to. You can keep Crossfire on a shelf for a while and not mix it, and it'll keep, it'll keep for a while, a couple years, in concentrate form. Now, if you mix it in water, it's not going to keep. But let's see. If you're doing it right and preventing reinfestation only once, check your car. Let's see. Had my second treatment last Thursday. No signs of itchy bumps or bed bug signs. However, in more itchy compared to the first treatment. Could this be the pesticide, or am I getting bitten? It could just be in your head. And I'm not trying to be funny or anything either. A lot of people believe that they're getting bit even if they aren't, because it's psychological. People that have bed bug problems, it really messes with them. It messes with me. Honestly, when I saw that bed bug on the bed for about a month or two, I constantly thought I was waking up in the middle of the night, scratching my arm, phantom itches, thinking I was getting bit by bed bugs, and I wasn't, but I thought I was, and it really affects your head. It really gets in there, and it messes with you. It messed with me. I'm just telling you what happened to me. Maybe it's not happening to you. Maybe you are getting bit, but you can do preventative for bed bugs as well. You could do Crossfire prevention. I've done it for people. And they don't get bed bugs anymore. You can do that. You can treat. It's cheaper to treat for them and kill them than it is to try to pay somebody else to come in the house and do it for you. It's not that expensive. And like I said, I've got whole videos showing me doing it. I show people how to do it. It's not hard. It does take some practice. Practice makes perfect. I should put it that way. Practice makes perfect. And, I've been doing this for many years. I've got lots of practice. But, not everybody's got 34 years of experience of doing pest control. I've been using a B&G since I was 12, and so I'm pretty good with the equipment. The thing is that I don't know where they are exactly in my house. You spray everything. If you've got bed bugs, you spray your couch, you spray your lazy boy recliner, you spray your mattress, your box spring, headboard, footboards, bed rails, every bed, even guest bedrooms, every bed. Treat your luggage. If you went on vacation 3 months ago, take your luggage bags out and treat the exterior of your luggage bags, just in case there's still some remnants of bed bugs in the luggage. This will help. This is how you get rid of bed bugs. Assume the bed bugs are everywhere, even if you don't think they're everywhere. Assume they are everywhere. Treat as if they are everywhere. I will not take a bed bug job if people want me to treat just one room of their house. I will not. I treat the entire house. I treat every single bedroom. I treat every single room. I treat the garage. I treat everything. I treat cars. I treat the trunk. I treat all of it. Because you have to be thorough if you're going to get rid of a bed bug problem. And if someone wants you to come in and just treat one room, then they need to hire somebody else. They don't need to hire me, because they're looking for a cheap job, that's not done right. And like I said, you get what you pay for, and the whole thing needs to be done. Now, that being said, I've done homes where I just treated one room because it's all the customer would let me do. And I felt like, well, that's better than nothing. I might as well treat the one room that they want me to treat. But, there are times where I've turned down jobs and just said, nah, I'm sorry, I can't do one. I need to do every room in the house because I felt like they had bed bugs all over. You will transfer bed bugs throughout your house. On your clothing, on your shoes, on yourself. And not even realize you're doing it. So treat the whole house. So you should join my Discord. I do have a Discord link below. I noticed there's some people from Canada posting. There are some friends of mine in Discord that might be able to help you with your problem if you're from Canada. That's all I'll say. Bed bugs will make you think you get bit every time you have an itch, tingle, red skin from sleep, etc. It's very hard to deal with. I am a grunt marine, and it messed me up good. Yeah. They mess you up. Psychologically, they mess you up. If I mix Alpine and spray in the bedroom while mom and kids are asleep, will it bother them? No, don't do it while they're in there. Treat when they're gone. Don't treat while everybody's in the house. You want to... I always tell people to follow the label. The label's the law. I mean, it's right here. See? Label's the law. All right. You don't want to treat while people are in the room. You want to treat while people are gone. Let it dry, and then let people come back. And that way the kids aren't moving around and touching stuff they shouldn't touch and transferring the chemical around. Even if they're asleep, it's better to wait until they're gone and then do it and then have them come back in. And it's not that the chemical's harmful or anything like that. It's just that, you know your children. I know my children. My children touch stuff all the time. I was in a house during COVID. All right. And the lady couldn't go anywhere. She couldn't leave. So I told her. I said, well, just don't touch anywhere that's been treated. Because, it's going to be wet for at least an hour or so. Just don't touch it. I walk out of the kitchen to fill out the paperwork on the job. I'd done the whole house. All right. I was getting ready to fill out the paperwork. And she came in and she reaches down and touches the baseboard and goes, that is wet. I must have spilled some water there. And I'm like, that's pesticide. I just had gotten done telling her, you cannot touch the pesticide until it's dry. And she came right in and touched the baseboard that was wet. People do weird things. This is why you ask for your customer to be gone when you're treating, because they will do that. Not think about it and just happenstance reach down and touch pesticides. So it's best to just do it when people aren't there and get it dry, let it all dry, and then let them come back in. Then if they touch it, it's not going anywhere. They're not going to take it away. This is another reason why, you just can't spray everywhere. If you're doing a roach clean out, and the guy tells you, he says, just go on and spray in those cabinets. I always wash them dishes before I eat anyway. It doesn't always wash off. The pesticide is designed to bond with the treated surface area. So if you treat like behind a baseboard in a crack or a crevice, or you treat underneath the cabinets in a crack around under the cabinets, it's designed to stick to that area, dry there, and bond there, so that when the bugs crawl through it, they die, and it doesn't wash away that easy. I mean, you got to think, people are going in and they're treating nursing homes, they're treating hospitals, and then right behind the exterminator comes in the cleaning crew, and they mop the floor, and they suds up the walls, and yet the bugs still die, because the chemical is still active. It's still effective, even though the maids have come through and scrubbed everything. So understand that you need to be careful when you apply your pesticide, and don't let people mess with it till it's dry, so that it won't transfer. So anyway, but if you're interested, so for all the questions I've answered tonight, I thought I'd say this, since Jenny's down there talking about all the videos I've got on YouTube. I have over 400 videos on YouTube now. If you go to my YouTube channel and you click, let's see, go to my YouTube, right there. Well, that's not it. There we go, right there. All right, there's my YouTube. And you click you subscribe. You don't have to. I'd like it if you would. You don't have to. But you could search. Let's search. Let's see. What were we talking about? Let's see. What has someone said? Canada. All right. Oh boy. Top 3 solutions for bed bugs in Canada and New York. Finally. All right. There's a video. I got a video on that. It's 24 minutes long. It's a long video, but I got a video. Bedbugs Canada, New York solution. Bedbug product for successful bedbug elimination. Finally. All right, there's another one. Okay? So yeah. I got 2 right there. So you could search that. That's like 400 videos though. Well, let's say bedbugs, they're everywhere. Like I've got tons of bedbug videos. All these videos on bedbugs. Lots and lots and lots of videos on bedbugs. Tons of videos on bedbugs. All right? And then let's try silverfish. Maybe I don't have one on silverfish. I should. Let's try springtail. Oh, there's a springtail video right there. You know, I mean, I've got lots of videos. So they don't get a lot of views. Like springtail is like 11,000 views. It's not that many compared to like my bedbug videos. But if I search like ants, so I got ant videos talking about how to get rid of ants. So, you know, just about everything. I mean, it's like a one-stop shop for pest control. Lots of bug problems, even like rhino beetles, stuff like that. Jason, where is your travel mug? Have I not drank any water? It's because I've been drinking coffee. I've been drinking coffee. Where is your t-shirt, Jennifer? I have yet to get a picture of your t-shirt. You should send me a picture on my Discord of that t-shirt. You don't have to be wearing it or nothing. You just send me a picture of the t-shirt. I want to see it. That's good water. I like cold water. Oh, guess what? Okay. How long have I been on here? An hour and a half. All right. So I'm going to tell you a story. I splurged. So we're going to remodel my kitchen. And it was a President's Day sale on appliances. So we bought a fridge. One of the new Samsung fridges that can make the crunchy ice like you get at Sonic and Chick-fil-A. Can you believe it? I can't wait. I'm not even going to be at the house for like another whole month and a half. But, because all the appliances are like back ordered. But I drink water. All the time. All the time. And I like cold water. Like, I want ice cold water because I talk a lot and it helps my throat. Because I talk a lot. And people jump on me on my videos. It's like, you have a weird dry cough. It's because I don't drink enough water. But I'm going to get this crunchy ice. I just can't wait. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. But anyway, sorry. I just had to talk about it because I'm so excited. I love crunchy ice. Anyway, let's see. What do we got? Does a steamer really work for bed bugs, in your opinion? Okay, so now, Jennifer. Steam will kill bed bugs only on contact. Heat treatments will kill bed bugs only on contact. The problem is, with both steam and heat, there's no residual to kill anything that is hiding away from you. If you have a bed that is just infested with bed bugs, and you want to kill the bed bugs on the bed, and you have a steamer, and you steam those live bed bugs, yes, it will kill those bed bugs. If you have that mattress set up in a room, and you heat treat that room up to 140, 150 degrees, you will kill the bed bugs on that mattress. But bed bugs don't just live on the bed. The problem is that they've named them bed bugs, okay? People assume that the only places that they live is on the bed, and that is not true. The bed bugs live in the wall. Cockroaches live in the wall. Bed bugs live in the wall. Centipedes will live in the wall. Roaches live in the wall. Millipedes live in the wall. Silverfish, fire brats, Lots of bugs will live in the wall itself. And in the wall, there is insulation that protects the bugs from elimination. So when you turn your heat machine on, those bugs are not going to come out and willingly boil to death alive in your room. They're not going to do that. They're going to stay in the wall, safe inside the wall. The steam can't get to them there. Heat can't get to them there. Nothing can get to them there. You have to wait for them to come out. And so what you do is you apply Crossfire or another non-repellent pesticide so that when the bed bugs crawl out to bite you, which they will eventually because they're not going to get a blood meal from inside the wall. They're going to have to come out to bite you, and when they do, they'll die. And so that's the way you get rid of bed bugs. Steam is a good idea for, like, if you're wanting to clean your mattress. You know, if you have a horribly infested mattress and it's covered in bedbug crap, it's nasty, gross, disgusting, poop all over the mattress, and you want to clean that stuff off of there, yeah, steam clean, great idea. It'll kill the eggs. Any eggs comes in contact with, it's going to kill those. It's a great idea. But it's not the end solution. It's like you have a toolbox, all right? And I have steamers. I have a steamer. The steamer that I recommend is right there, all right? That's a steamer. I have that steamer, all right? I have that steamer right there. I have it. It's amazing. It will kill bed bugs, but it's not the end-all solution for bed bugs. You still need a chemical. I don't use steam for bed bugs, but I have that steamer specifically, and I know that steamer will kill bed bugs. If you use it, it will kill them, but it's not going to eliminate your problem. It's not going to make you happy if you're using that as your sole way to get rid of bed bugs. You still need to apply a chemical, and only apply the chemical after you've run a steam machine. And yes, they can crawl on plastic. They can get out of interceptors. People will put interceptors on their bed legs thinking that, oh, the bed bugs won't be able to crawl up the bed. They'll get trapped. That's not true. They can actually crawl up an interceptor and get out of them. Very few of those things actually work to keep bed bugs in them. They don't work. So plastic, they could crawl up plastic. They could crawl up a slick surface. I mean, I've got my jar. All right, I got my jar here that had bed bugs in it at one time. I mean, there's still bed bugs in it. There's still bed bugs in it right there. See? I'll show the TikTok too. There's my bed bugs in a jar. I've got lots of bed bugs. I've probably got about 100 of them in here now. But the point is that they could crawl up slick surfaces. The bed bug job that I did in that video, the most extensive bed bug job on YouTube, if you go search that video and you watch it, there's a master bedroom, and that king size bed, I'm wrestling that bed to get it off of the bed frame. That was a job. But the bedroom has a bathroom off the side. In that bathroom, there were bed bugs living up the tub. There was a slick tub, and they were living all up around the edge of the bathtub and all up around the crown in the bathroom and everything. So, yeah, they could crawl up plastic. It was a slick plastic wall, and they climbed right up the wall. So, and plastic doesn't stop bed bugs from climbing. Just wanted to be part of the stream. Maybe if you could help. You're doing a great job. You're the only bug guy I'm sub to. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't use mattress encasements. Did I miss a mattress encasement question? I did not even see it come through. Does Vicks rub work on the bottom of the legs of your bed for bed bugs? No, but it works on the doorknob for other things. On the outside of the doorknob, if you don't have a lock on the door. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway. Pee break anytime soon. Not tonight, because I wasn't drinking water. Jennifer's like, where's your mug? Now I'm drinking my water. Actually, I'm going to probably end the stream before I have to go pee tonight, because I haven't been drinking water like I should. So how do you protect your mattress? Just treat and kill the bed bugs. I mean, you can use mattress encasements are good for things like dust mites. They're good to protect your investment. You know, you could put it on if you know there aren't bed bugs in the mattress. Put an encasement on. They're not. I mean, I have taken encasements off of mattresses where the encasement was absolutely covered with bed bugs. When I pulled the encasement off, there was not a single bed bug on the mattress. None. Take the encasement, wash it, kill the bed bugs, put it back on the mattress. That's fine. You could do that. But the bed bugs are going to live on that encasement. And some exterminators, like me, won't treat your mattress if the encasement's on it, because I consider it a bed sheet, and I'm not going to do it. Like a mattress cover or a bed sheet, you're supposed to remove all that stuff and treat the bare mattress. And then if you take and put the mattress encasement back on, after you've removed that stuff, you take the mattress encasement and you put it back on there, well then you're covering up the treatment. So leave it off until you know you're bed bug free, and then put it back on there if you really want an encasement. And good for bedwetters, yeah, exactly. Should I use the crossfire treatment? No, you do not need to treat your crawl space or your attic. Bed bugs won't be there. So, for how long so you got the joke. Good, Kirk. For how long do I spray with crossfire to totally get rid of bed bugs? Anywhere from 1 to 3 months, once a month. I've never had. Now I'm going to say this and then I'll remember one, but to my recollection, my best recollection is, let me see, I think, no, I have not had to go back on any bedbug job more than 2 visits and found bedbugs. Maybe 1 or 2 jobs. I mean, I've done a lot in 23 years. So, the 3rd visit, the only time I ever had to go back on the 3rd visit for bedbugs, and actually found bedbugs, were when the bedbugs were coming from an alternate source. That wasn't, like, there was one time, like I talk about this on my stream all the time, the bedbugs on the school bus. School bus was bringing them in. That was one. And a guy was bringing them in from the trunk of his car because he helped some friends move. That was one. I mean, I could count them. I know how many it was over the years. I know exactly how many I've had to do. I would have to count them, but it's less than 10 where I went on that actually had to go back a 3rd time and found bed bugs. It's really rare. It doesn't, and this is before I was using Crossfire too. It's not just with Crossfire jobs. This is before I started using Crossfire. I'm just very thorough. I've always been thorough. When I was 17, bed bugs first started to become a problem in Roanoke, and I did my very first bed bug job in Roanoke, Virginia, when I was 17 years old. I didn't do another one for 3 years, but so my Roanoke route, I had a first Wednesday and I had a 3rd Wednesday. And the reason I divided it up that way is because every other week I liked to service a restaurant. It was a bad roach-infested restaurant I used to service. And so I would get there on the 1st Wednesday at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd do the whole restaurant. And then on the 3rd Wednesday, I'd come back. I'd do the restaurant a 2nd time. So twice a month, I would do this restaurant. And there was a server that worked there in the afternoon. I would go by to get paid. And the server came to me on the 1st Wednesday, and she said, "Jason, I've got bed bugs in my house." And I didn't know what the hell a bed bug was. I had never seen a bed bug. I thought it was some kind of a thing you told your kids, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. It's like the boogeyman. It's the reason you don't hang your foot off the side of the bed because the boogeyman will reach up and grab your foot or whatever. That's what I thought it was. I didn't think it was a real thing. And so I came home and I told my dad, I said, "Dad, so-and-so has got bed bugs. I don't know what to do. I can't even do their house for 2 weeks anyway because I'm not going to be back in Roanoke for 2 more weeks. But I've lined it up. I'm supposed to treat this lady's house for bed bugs. What do I do? I've never experienced this before." And he said, "Me neither. Go to the library, research it, read about it. You're the bed bug guy." So I did all the thing I could do with dial-up internet. I went to the library. I pulled out a World Book Encyclopedia. I still know how to use a Dewey Decimal System. For those who don't know what that is, I'm old enough to have used it. I know what it is. So I pulled the Encyclopedia Britannica, the World Book Encyclopedia. I pulled every single article that I could off of the newspaper database that they had inside the library. And I read for 2 weeks. I researched, and I still research because I have to for YouTube. I research all the time about bugs. And so I put forth effort and got rid of her bed bugs. I did a one-time treatment, killed her bed bugs. I've been learning and adapting and changing my behaviors, my chemicals, ever since for 23 years. And so that's how I've learned how to get rid of bed bugs. I've taught myself how to do it by research, and the same way that you found me was through research. And so hopefully I can help you and everyone else. And that's why I do what I do. But it's not just bed bugs. You know, the thing is if bed bugs disappeared, it wouldn't hurt my feelings any at all. You know, if fleas ceased to exist. Oh, fantastic. Great. Yes. Wonderful. I hate fleas. I hate fleas. I hate bed bugs. I don't like the work. I do the work, but you know, I love my job. It's not about the work. It's about the customers. It's about the reaction that I get when someone says they haven't slept in 3 years. Not a solid good night of sleep in 3 years. And they call you up in 2 weeks and say, Jason, I can sleep. It's wonderful. And they're crying on the phone because you killed their bed bugs. They paid you to do it. And then they're calling you and they're just singing your praises. And it feels good when you can do that for somebody. It doesn't matter how much you hate the work, but the result is great. And so that's and then now I've gotten mushy. All mushy. Sorry. I've got a video of a girl, made me cry. Sent me a video, and just, you know, people do that. It feels good, man. I like to help people. So that's why I do what I do. And honestly, I feel like if more businesses were in the business of making people happy instead of just making business, then the world would be a better place, personally. I mean, that's one of the reasons that you get into business, is not just because you want to make money, but because you have a certain skill set that allows you to help other people. That's the whole point. You know, whether you're a beautician, whether you're an exterminator, whether you're an artist, you know, you're in the profession you're in because you can help somebody else. You can give somebody else, you know, joy. You know, that's what it's really about, is helping other people. And that's how I feel anyway. By the way, like me. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, consider subscribing to my channel. I say that on every single video, multiple times in every video. But anyway, I had to say that because Jennifer's probably getting ready to say that herself. She usually will say that. She gets on me. She's like my YouTube mom, as she makes sure that I behave myself. Okay, where is the strangest place that you've ever found a bed bug nest? So a group of bed bugs. Where's the strangest place I ever found bed bugs?
Bathroom?
Well, I think I found them around a commode one time.
Yeah.
Is that strange, though?
Only because,
No one was sleeping in the bathroom.
yeah.
I found them in the bathroom.
It was odd from an exterminator standpoint.
I'll tell you what I found. I'll tell you what. You subscribe to my YouTube. You need to subscribe to my YouTube tonight. I will, when I'm done with this video, when I'm done with my live stream tonight, I will upload a video to YouTube of the worst bedbug job I have ever done. In my entire 23 years, I just did it like a week and a half ago. It is the absolute worst bedbug job ever. Ever. They are inches deep. And I got it on video. And it's a short. It's only like a minute long. Less than a minute long. It's like a TikTok video. In fact, it's on my TikTok. But I will upload it to YouTube after this video tonight. And you will see the craziest bedbug job I've ever done. And it is... you just have to see it. You got to see it to believe it. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. If I haven't already put it up. I don't think I have, though. Let me see. Home. No, it's not there. It's not there. But I will put it up. I will put it up as soon as this live stream's over. I'll go and I'll edit it and put it up there. Because I actually have to. I have to put it up there because it's on my phone. It's actually on my phone on my TikTok up there. In fact, TikTok, y'all can go watch it now. It's on my channel. Y'all can go watch it now. But and if you follow me on TikTok, you can check me out there too. So, Jennifer says hello, Alicia.
Hi.
Is your method of treatment for bed bugs different for pet owners? No. Same thing. I recommend you take the cats and dogs out of the house until the chemicals dry, which that's the same that I say to everybody, no matter what I spray. Nancy, either buy... Let's see. Chris, just keep the pets out of the area until the chemicals dry. Yeah, I said that too. Alright, but I'm going to get off here. Like I said, give me about 15 minutes. It shouldn't take me long because I'm not going to put any music or anything to it. It's just me talking, but it's amazing. It's an amazing video. It will not disappoint for those that are wondering the crazy stuff that I get into. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me. Typically I have lives every Tuesday night. Not Tuesday. Live every Thursday night. Every Tuesday night I usually try to upload a video Tuesday from, 6 o'clock in the morning until about usually 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on when I can get it up. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm a professional exterminator. A few years ago, one of my partners found a bed bug nest in a wheelchair. He was having such trouble finding the bugs. Oh yeah, I found them in wheelchairs. I found them in hassocks too. Hassocks, wheelchairs. Yeah, but I do have to pee now. It's been almost 2 hours. So Pepperidge Farm gave me another $5. I'm telling you, the man's made of money. He comes in here and gives me like $5-10 every single week. He's just really, man. Well, y'all have a good night. On that, I'm gonna bow out. I appreciate it, everybody. I really appreciate it. 24 viewers. Give me some likes. Give me some follows on TikTok. All that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.